My name is Jordan Wiegand, and this is Enter Flash Time, a podcast where we will dive in deep to the CW series The Flash, each and every episode. But with a little bit of a twist, we will start our rewatch by diving into the Arrow episodes that Barry first appeared in Season 2, episodes 8 and 9 of Season 2 of Arrow. Then we will dive into the pilot of Flash and go all the way up until we hit the next crossover, in which then we will cover the episode in which Barry appears. Those crossovers are Flash versus Arrow and The Brave and the Bold. The plan is to have multiple guests throughout the DC fandom and the Flash fandom who love the show The Flash, warts and all. You may have problems with certain storylines or think that it all went downhill after season 1, 2, or 3, or 4, or 5. I've heard it all. But I want to get your opinions. I want to get your thoughts. So if you're interested in being a guest on the podcast, reach out to me via the socials in the description below. This show means a lot to me. Last year, I finally sat down and watched all 699 episodes of the Arrowverse. Flash, as a character, was always one of my favorites in things like Justice League, played by Michael Rosenbaum, also my favorite Lex Luthor, by the way. And I loved him in the cartoons. He doesn't get enough justice. I had read some stuff of him in the comics. I hadn't read a lot of him in the comics until recently. Really started diving in thanks to the Arrowverse and diving into characters like the Flash in the comics. And now he is one of my favorite characters, not just because of Justice League, the cartoon, but because of the show, the movie. I was pumped for the movie before I even watched the Arrowverse, but seeing the show and seeing the character grow throughout 9 seasons was something really, really cool, and it's my favorite show of the Arrowverse. So that is why I picked that show to dive into and do a rewatch of episode by episode. We'll have a thing called a trope tracker where we are tracking certain tropes done throughout the show, how many times they say certain things, or just things that we notice they do multiple times in the show's run. That stuff will be tracked in our rewatch as well. Yes, so make sure you contact us at enter_flashtime on Twitter, enterflashpod@gmail.com, or facebook.com/enterflashtime. We hope you join us as we slow time down and enter Flash Time.